है.
No, ma'am. I didn't have any idea about it. Yesterday itself, I talked with two person. So I got one recording, but one recording I didn't get. So I was so much worried.
Session yesterday, I got both the recording. And again, before you, I had a session with Manju Mishra. Again, I got the recording. So, like, we are getting recordings. Yes.
So that is a great thing.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So this is a very good thing and good news for all the English
Yes.
speakers. Say.
Yes. Yes.
So,
But
ma'am,
yes. Yes, yes, you can. Yes.
yes, ma'am. First of all, I'm just meeting to you very first time on my channel. So I would love to know about yourself something. So please introduce yourself for my viewers.
Thank you so much. Yes. So I'm Alka. I'm connecting you from Lucknow, the capital of UP. About my academics, I am postgraduate in English. And yeah, if I talk about my hobbies, there are many hobbies, but I'll mention some few of my hobbies, like which I am very passionate about, like reading books and listening to me, which I daily I do follow these hobbies, like reading books and listening to music and interacting with different people. These three hobbies I daily pursue. But there are so many, yet there are so many hobbies, but we can't follow each one, like every day we can't do all those things. So these three things I definitely do, yeah.
And I must say one thing about yourself, ma'am, that you are a great inspiration for all the English learners and the beginners, and also for all the advanced and good speaker. Just because in this age you are doing such a fantastic things for each and everyone and for yourself as well. So this is a
Yes.
great. Everyone must get up like inspiration from you.
No, but I can say you people will get inspired more after when I have my good fluency. But because yeah, yet I'm not having that much, because I'm working on my fluency very leisurely. I know because I don't have to go for a job, don't have to appear some interviews. All in my life, I'm having my relaxing time. So I'm taking it very not that seriously. I'm taking it very easily. So let me see when I have my fluency. Yeah.
That's why, ma'am, I was telling that in this age, mostly people just want to take rest all the time, and you are just utilizing your time in such a fantastic way. So,
Yes, this is what I'm utilizing actually. Yes, yes.
yes, ma'am. And you are also always looking so much ardent about English and learning English. So, this is a great thing. And
Yes, I'm very, yeah, very, very, like greatest love and like greatest passion I have for this language. And sometimes I think, if this technology was there in my time when I was in my 40s, okay, maybe 30s and 40s. And at this age, what I have done, agar this same kind of technology was there when I was 40s, so abhi tak pata nahi kya kar liya hota. But
yes. Yes, ma'am, you are 100% right. Because I am also sometime thinking, and also I can say I'm just so much grateful about social media and about all this fantastic app. That's just because of this. Nowadays, at least we are just following our passion in great way. Means earlier we from always we wanted to speak English and we just loved this language, but we were not getting a single environment to do anything, to take a step towards English. But yes, nowadays we are getting that. So I'm so much grateful always.
I have a feeling of remorse sometimes. I feel guilty, like why it didn't happen that time. But still, if maybe this way this application was there in my time, so maybe I was in a joint family and with my children, there were 9 to 10 people in my house. Maybe I was not able to do this all this thing. Maybe I don't know. But if I was so passionate, so maybe I don't know what I could do that time. But yeah, at this time I am practicing with this. And yeah, I'm having a good time, I can say. Yeah.
So, ma'am, how many children do you have?
I have two grown-up sons, they both are married. And they
Okay.
both have one child, they both have one daughter. Yeah.
Wow, ma'am. So I can say one thing that your all the children and your grand children also, they must be feeling proud on yourself. Like, yes, look at our mother or someone was calling. That is the thing.
All are very happy. So what I am doing right now, And my younger, the youngest person in my house is my grandchild. Yeah, she's a granddaughter of mine. She's 7 years now, six completed, so she's 7 years. She's running in her seventh. And when she saw one of my video on this YouTube, what she asked me, कि दादी आप कितने फेमस हो गए हो? I told no, no, अभी नहीं famous हुए हैं. Because that was a child mentality, because she saw me on the YouTube, she saw one of my video, so and then she was asking, just out of curiosity, she asked me, have you become so famous? I told her, no, no, not yet. I'm not that famous, There are so many famous persons out there. But yeah.
Yeah, I know that there are so many famous person, but you are also famous. Just because 1,000 people, at least suppose 1,000 people are knowing about yourself, that yes, there's Alka Chaturvedi ma'am, and she is just speaking such a fluent English. She is just motivating lots of learners and beginners. She is doing such a fantastic things in such a age. So what happened, sometimes most of the youngsters, they are just wasting their precious time on social media, so they can get lots of inspiration from you, that if in this age, this is your age to take rest, and you are just doing something, this type of things in your life, so like this, so your grandson is absolutely right. Your grandchildren, like son, daughter, whatever she or he is, but yes, if they are thinking like this, so they are thinking correctly. You are famous, ma'am.
No, because you people admire me, so I feel so happy, Yeah. And before you, like, it happened just the day before. I was taking a session with one guy. You know what he told me? He told me, ma'am, I'm not consistent with my language, and I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate to learn. So I told him, if you are passionate, then why you take such a long gap? If you are so, you should be consistent with this. See, I'm consistent with my work. I'm daily practicing because there's no professional life. I mean to say ahead of me. So you have your professional life, you have to do a lot in your life. So why you're not active? Why you're not consistent? I told him. So like I inspired him. I mean to say I inspired him in some way.
Um, if you inspired at least one person in a day, so someone is calling continuously, ma'am. Sorry for interruption. This is the
So
problem. When we are talking, so that moment just someone is calling. So,
yeah,
ma'am,
and
telling that
yeah,
if you inspired at least one person in a day, it means you have done a great work in your life, a good deed. Sometimes
yeah.
some people are also saying that motivation is nothing, motivation is just underrated. But ma'am, sometimes people are also just, I think they are waiting for motivation, like someone should come and motivate us. So like this, after getting motivation only, they want to take a step.
I'll give you an example of like how I motivated one person. I told him, see, you're not confident right now. What you tell me that you are not confident? Okay, I'm going to mark this date of yours. Like I had a session, this is the first session with you, and I really marked it in my copy. And I told him the next month, the same time, I'll talk to you again. And you have to work in this 1 month. You have to practice with this language, and let me see how it works after 1 month. I want to see you become better after 1 month, and I connected with him. And he was a bit confident. Yeah. So I love to motivate people.
Yes, ma'am. And this is quite great feeling, I can say, because I'm also doing sometime whenever I'm getting someone who is feeling underconfident. So I'm just relating his feeling to my feeling in my initial day as I was feeling. So like this, I always try my level best to just motivate them, to get them on track, right track, I can say.
And Sapna, your language is very like flawless and very fluent. You speak. So like
Yeah,
yeah.
like that. But
So tell
your
me,
appreciation means a lot, ma'am, literally.
no. Like every person tells you about. Whenever we will speak, whenever I have session with someone on audios and videos, and yeah, sometimes your names it does come in our conversation. So I tell every time Sapna speaks so well, but how did it happen? Give me some tips. You're like how to. I don't want to practice like solo practicing. I don't love. So what to do apart from that? Like I feel like solo practicing is something weird for me. I can't go for practicing that way. I think apart from this, yeah, what to do?
You know, ma'am, if I talk about solo practice, so in my initial day itself, I have done lots of solo practice because that time I have started my journey, I can say, from doing solo practice. So I was just learning or listening, I can say. I was listening any story in my kitchen during cooking. So I was just getting that story registered in my mind, and then I was just narrating. I can say, like, I was incorporating all the listening part in my speaking. So this is the thing I have done most in my initial day, and by doing this only, I am just so much comfortable and calm in English. That's why, ma'am, I was also mentioning that I'm so much grateful of this platform and of you all guys, just because sometime, ma'am, by getting appreciation, I can say, because appreciation is something that is always just boosting me
Yes,
up.
yes,
Like, yes, I can
yes.
do.
It keeps your
I'm just
spirits high, you know. Yeah, I mean to say really you have like spirits high when somebody like appreciates you, right?
And you know, one thing, ma'am, I want to share something funny with you today. Today, it was PTM in my school, means annual result distribution day. It was last PTM of this session. So yesterday itself, we just got a meeting from our principal sir. So principal sir suggested to all teachers to remind the parents to download MCB app in mobile. So today itself, means whoever was coming to attend the PTM, so I was just telling to all the parents, like, along with all the things that I was telling, means reminding that, please sir or ma'am, just download MCB app. So at the place of MCB app, sometime I was telling, like, sir, please download Skype app in your mobile. I think to one two parents, I was telling, I was also mentioning on my notice board, like, yes, you have to download MCB app. So I was telling this MCB app, so they were telling, yes, yes, ma'am, I know MCB app, I have already downloaded. And
Involved with this kind, no, so it is in our mind every time. So that's why.
yes. So
Okay.
I was also laughing at myself, like, oh my God, I'm suggesting to download Skype just because at my place, I can say, ma'am, means, most of the people are just unaware of this app. Only it's me who is just using at my nearby place.
In our head so much like Skype and application, all this, When I first started conversation, it happened like many months ago, like 3 months ago, more before. I started conversation with my sister-in-law. Call was coming. I picked up a call and I started, okay. So I started in English, then I thought, oh, she's my sister-in-law. Then I started, okay, Didi, kaise ho, kya ho. But initially, when I started, it was in English. And like she was, उनको लगा कि like she had dialed some wrong number or what happened. Because I
Yes.
English, yeah. So, and immediately I thought, oh no, she's my sister-in-law. I have to speak her in Hindi because so it happens. Sometimes we do make mistakes. Because the thing is, we are so much involved with this. We are
Yes,
totally
ma'am.
involved. Yeah, yeah.
So really, ma'am, if this means that it's all up to practice only. If we are practicing like this, so definitely, automatically, English will just come out of our mouth. So
Yeah,
like this.
definitely. And it is coming out. It is coming out of our mouth.
Said, ma'am, sometime I'm also just facing the same thing. Means I'm going to talk to someone in Hindi, my mother tongue, but I'm suddenly speaking English. Then I'm thinking, oh my God, this is not my Skype. I have to speak Hindi. So
It was
yeah.
happening earlier. It was happening earlier. But yeah, now I'm accustomed to this. I never do this kind of mistake. The
So
greatest
that
fan, somebody, greatest fan of yours. Yeah.
no, no, ma'am. Actually, he is a teacher from Maharashtra. And yesterday itself, we had taken a session, but due to that problem, not yesterday, ma'am, a day before yesterday. So we had taken session, but we both were unable to get that video. That's why just he messaged me today itself. Right now, I have just come from school, so he messaged me. But ma'am, that time when I called him after returning at once, so he was just messaging, now I'm not free, I will call you after 5-10 minutes. So I thought, okay. Then I got your message, so I thought, okay, okay, let's talk to Alka, ma'am, because ma'am, I can say I'm biggest fan of yours. And that day also, means in my initial day, I have talked to you only one time on audio call. And since
Yes.
that day, I wanted to talk to you, but due to the time management, we both
Yes.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen any time. Yes. Yes. So you have holidays on the weekends, like on Saturday. Tomorrow is the holiday. Tomorrow.
Yes. No, no, ma'am, tomorrow it's not holiday. Means only we are just getting holiday on Sunday.
Yeah, teachers have to go to school. Yeah.
Yeah.
PTM, like PTM, every time it's organized on Saturdays only, but today's Friday. So your school it like does on Friday or any day?
No, no, ma'am. Actually, it was, as I mentioned, it was the last PTM of this session. So the annual exam has been finished. It's been like some days, I think. It has been finished. So after finishing the exam, students are just getting holiday, and we teachers are just going to school. We are just correcting copy, making result, and also all the responsibility as we have done. So after that, today itself. Miss yesterday itself we have just done all the remaining things. So today it was PTM, and now we can say that we have completed all the responsibility of this session, and from 1st April new session will be started. So like this.
Okay, so like you used to bring those copies, examination copies at your home to check them.
No, no, ma'am. We were checking in school itself, just because yes, because the students were on holiday, but teachers are supposed to go to school daily. So teachers are just doing the copy correction, all these things, copy correction, and uploading the marks on app like this. So we have just done all the responsibility in our school itself.
So you cook yourself, like your lunch, dinner, everything by yourself. You cook everything yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, there's no one who can help me in my any work. My husband is just, I can say, he's always helping me in my YouTube journey. And sometime, yes, only. But he doesn't know how to cook food, how to do something. Only hardly he has learned how to make tea. So sometime he's making tea for me. So I'm that moment feeling so much happy, like happiest that my husband is just preparing tea for me, like this.
That's good. At least he's doing something for you. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, I want to ask one question also. Like, as you asked me that day, I think. So, whenever you just skipped your practice for some days, so after some days, when you are going to talk to someone, so are you also feeling embarrassment?
After a long gap, yes,
Yes.
a little bit of less confident. I feel that time a little bit,
Yes.
not that. Yeah. A little hesitation I have, after a long gap, and it happened only once because I've never in this 1 year, I have never taken a gap, for like 3 days. Also, I've never, and this was the first gap of mine on Diwali, and so that time I had a little bit of underconfident. I was. I try to be
Yes.
consistent every day. Yeah, it never happens.
So, ma'am, for the last few days also, I was not able to have session properly due to some devotional program at the in my nearby temple, I can say.
Yeah, yeah, I
That's why.
know. The music
Yes.
and some, yeah, okay, yeah. You've
But
enjoyed
today
something.
it has been completed. So today itself, I am just free to have session anytime at least.
That's
So, ma'am, now we should wind up the session, and I'm feeling so much happy and excited to have this session with you.
okay, same here. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a good time. Bye.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for providing me your precious time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Take
Thank
care.